So there was a news story the other day about the neighbor from hell. Neighbors and roommates can really make or break your living experience, in my opinion, and there's nothing worse than feeling uncomfortable in your own home, much less your own neighborhood. And all it really takes is that one bad seed to really fuck up your whole situation. They'll have you wanting to move to other places, have you wanting to buy a gun to shoot them, all kinds of crazy shit. And so it was just the perfect day for couple Greg and Kim to be stuck in the suburbs. This guy is out here looking like one of those lizard people. As for her, she kind of looks like a Cabbage Patch Kid someone didn't take very good care of. This is one of those classic stories where everyone in the neighborhood is always having a great time, grilling some hot dogs, riding bikes, renting moon bounces for all the kids, maybe committing a couple of mass shootings. You know, a whole lot of white people shit going on. But the mayonnaise dream isn't always complete due to that one fucked up asshole neighbor who isn't getting laid and isn't getting paid. And so they feel the need to ruin absolutely everything for everyone. I'm talking about the neighbor who calls the police filing noise complaints when there's just a little boy down the street trying to sell lemonade. This is likely to be an angry old man or a horny single mother. And these people, Greg and Kim, had a real permit Patty move onto the block.
Life in this idyllic Minneapolis suburb hasn't always been so toxic.
We were always very friendly. Kids would play with each other. Since she was a single mom, we would help her out with blowing her snow in the winter, things like that.
So they tried to play nice with this anti-meth advertisement, but she wasn't having any of it. She's just sitting out there in the driveway like some pervert mechanic, scratching her ass and spreading her legs out. Like, Jesus Christ, could you please close those things, lady? I know I don't have smell-o-vision, but I'm still getting wafts of the fish from here. I can't even believe that someone chose to procreate with this thing. She looks like a cracked out Jamie Lynn Curtis. And it was all good between these two families until a very small discrepancy had occurred between their two kids. But in time, these two would see that this discrepancy was kind of like breaking the bone that spreads all the cancer. And this cancer has a name. Say hello to this psycho bitch Lori.
Immediately, she pretty much went off on me. She was yelling and screaming.
She was screaming at you.
She was screaming at me.
Had she ever screamed at you before?
No, she had not. And I turned around and started to walk away.
But the Hoffmans were about to learn walking away from the wrath of Lori Christensen wouldn't be that simple.
Seriously, who the fuck styled this woman's hair? Kevin Bacon in Beauty Shop? You see, Kim is actually a recovering alcoholic, and Lori definitely used that information to her advantage when mocking and attacking her family. There's nothing quite like the neighborhood crackhead attacking someone's alcohol addiction.
She starts swearing at me. You know, you effing fat, whatever, you should have died. Why don't you drink some more scotch?
So after this little incident, this demon continued to harass these poor people from across the street. The officer on the scene didn't know exactly who to believe in this very rare white-on-white criminal activity.
It took quite a while for Kim and Greg Hoffman to convince me that this was not a he said, she said event.
That's when the lizard doctor himself decided to complete Steve Jobs' vision all along and pull out the old iPhone to capture this wild animal on tape once and for all. She's out there doing rain dances and shit, trying to call in some evil voodoo on this family.
The videotape spoke for itself, and it supported what we were telling the police.
And that changed everything.
It started to change everything.
And so she continued to harass these people even after they kept calling the cops, who honestly didn't do shit in the situation, by the way, because this woman really just kept playing the single mother victim card. Oh, where is my kid gonna go? You know, he's just a troubled kid without a father. All that type of bullshit. Because even after they got a restraining order against this woman that pretty much prohibited her from making any sort of contact with their family, they were still feeling like prisoners in their own home.
He started calling me a son of an alcoholic in front of my friends, and it wasn't something my friends were aware of, so it was an embarrassing situation.
Did you feel like you were trapped?
Absolutely.
Yes.
We were trapped.
That's just inexcusable. You're not allowed to drive another family into seclusion.
You know, if I was the woman at this point in the story, I would have walked across the street like Henry Hill and beaten the shit out of her. After this, Lori decided that she wanted to publicly shame the family some more by hanging up demoralizing messages on banner-sized posters on her garage for the entire neighborhood to see. Some of the highlights including, "How many times have you lost your kid? 1? Maybe 2? I saw mommy kissing a breathalyzer." And I gotta admit, that one's actually kind of funny. I saw mommy kissing a breathalyzer. Now she's going to jail, what a cunt.
How often did she have signs up?
She'd put them up for a week. Maybe they'd be down the following day. And then if somebody came over to her house, they go back up.
Of course, these signs that she was hanging up were an obvious violation of the restraining order that they had against this little rat. This escalated her charges all the way to felonies. And even when her court case went public, she was still out here playing the woman victim card.
I had a psychological evaluation. They said that if I were to have been a man, that this would not have been happening.
Sitting in my office across from me, I said, Lori, why? Why can't you just stop this? And she looked me right in the eye and said, it's my lifelong goal to make these people's life miserable.
So let me get this straight. This woman sat there and told a police officer that bullshit straight to her face, and they just let her go right back into her crib. It wasn't until several calls and reports later that they decided it was time to take this cracked out bitch off the streets once and for all. And so this psycho bitch had to go, and these two alcoholic cunts got their neighborhood back. Don't you just love when it all works out? Gotta love the mayonnaise paradise. Wouldn't it have just been the biggest plot twist ever if this woman was just doing this because she wanted to fuck Lizard Man over here? Now that would have been some funny shit. But what do you guys think about this crazy bitch? Do you think you could deal with having a fucked up neighbor like this, or have you ever even had a fucked up neighbor? I've had fucked up roommates. I think that that's worse, but fucked up neighbor sounds pretty bad. I do want to thank you guys for watching the video. Please drop a big like and subscribe today if you haven't. As always, y'all support means the world to me, and go follow me on my social medias at JAMARI Speaks. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.
Said, why you think I hit your phone, bitch? I'm tryna fuck. Why you think I'm home alone, bitch? I'm tryna nut. Why you think I hit your phone, bitch? I got the balls. Why you think I hit your phone, bitch? I'm making calls. Said, why you think I hit your phone, bitch? I'm tryna fuck. Why you think I'm home alone, bitch? I'm tryna nut. Why you think I hit your phone, bitch? I got the balls. Why you think I hit your phone, bitch? I'm making calls.